Okay, hello. Again, I just can't resist this Madonna stuff. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyway, this song really caught my attention. And to tell you the truth, it is absolutely loaded. Especially the music video is loaded with symbolism. Okay, but before we even get into that, we're just on the Wikipedia here. Dear Jessie, I almost said it there. Dear Jessie, okay. Jess, dear Jess, dear Jesus, okay. A letter maybe to dear Jesus, okay. And Jessie is very similar to Jesus. Jess and Jess, okay. Madonna, with the I wish it stopped doing that. I'm not going to go over the picture because every time I go over it puts that stupid thing up. But if I do it really quickly, it doesn't. The Mickey Mouse ears. This, if you've been watching my stuff, okay, this is ringing a bell with a Back to the Future decode that I did not too long ago, actually. Um, so this is the reason why I'm really looking at this. Plus side B, check side B out till death do us part. You know, again, Madonna and Jess and Jesus and till death do us part. Okay, I mean, I don't have to spell it out more than that, do I? I'm not sure. Uh, but there's a nice little number jump in here that we can do, and we can also look at the music video. But the again with the let me show you this with the Mickey Mouse ears. If you remember, Mickey Mouse was looking at Linda here. Okay, in the Matrix version of the two pictures. Okay, so I did the spot the difference decode. Okay, this is actually just on we finds video. If you want to see a big picture of this, go check that video out. It's a good little video. But I just did a decode on this picture, and in real life, Linda, I can't remember her name actually. I want to say it's like Betty or Bessie or something, or I can't remember anyway. She dies in real life on 11/29. 11/29 is a big sort of balance number in the chart of Lorraine, okay? Which I'll show you in just a second. Well, actually, I won't show you just a second, but we will go into in this video. Also, in the living side, you know, Mickey Mouse is looking at, the living version of Marty here, Michael J. Fox. The living version of Marty and the dead version of Linda, okay? The same date, essentially, is what's being said here, but for one to live, the other has to die, okay? Vice versa. Um, so that 11/29 date, the reason why I'm talking about the 11/29 is because I subsequently did this video. The clock tower is the Eye of Providence, but I put the clock tower in here, and of course the clock is the number 23. Okay, and when you put the Mickey Mouse ears on, it just happened to go over the 11 and 29, which was so interesting with the picture here with Mickey Mouse and the 11/29. Okay, with her, with Linda. Okay, dying in real life. So again, when I saw this, when I saw the Mickey Mouse on Madonna, I'm like, ooh, you know. I mean, obviously, 11/29 would be a potential reference number there for Madonna to die on. But um, I'm going to show you that number jump now. But that's why I got into this, really, is because I just happened to be looking through those videos and I saw the one with the. This is subsequently after doing this video. I saw those Mickey Mouse ears and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting to me. This is how these synchronicities work, okay? And so, I go to the Let me show you. I go to the, the numbers on the actual song release date, 4th of October, and I thought, oh, I'll do a number jump with that, 420 for the length of the song. So I did that, and December the 4th in, and then I did a 420 number jump, and it's 127. Okay, so towers 1, tower 2, and tower 7. And obviously, there's several other references to 127. The moon landings, the Pearl Harbor, and of course the big one, which is 9/11 with the towers. Okay, but I thought, I always do a forward and reverse jump just because. If I can actually put the thing in here, hang on. Let's see if I can find the button in the dark. I did the reverse jump, and lo and behold, it took me to the 10th of October. And I'm thinking, holy cow, the 10th of October, of course, it's a 1010, it's the Sator square. There's so many references to 1010, okay? And of course, when we're dealing with the start of a new cycle, 10 is that start of a new cycle, okay? That's really important, okay? And with the double 10, like the double cross, okay? Actually, that's what the chart of Lorraine has in it, a double cross. But the double cross again is what was I going to say about that? It has the number 11 in it with the 1010 now. Okay, so 1010 is the number 11. If you just do the numerology, get rid of the zeros, just the numerology is 11. Okay. So again, I was like, 1010's a pretty interesting date, and this, potentially could be, again, is this the day Madonna could potentially die? 1010. It'll actually be. Will I get this video out? Probably not before 1010, but we're doing it on 10/9 right now. I seem to always do these videos the day before. I don't know why. I tried to do this video already, and it was just way too long. Anyway. Let me show you the reference to why this is so important very, very quickly, and then we'll do something else. Okay, so the dollar bill, right? There's an important fold in the dollar bill. The little owl is up here, okay? So if we want to do a fold, okay, I'll show you this fold because this is super important. So if we've got somebody new here, they can go out and try this themselves. Get a dollar bill and fold down on top of the little owl here, okay, and then take that side and match it up over to this side here, okay, and what you end up with is a whole bunch of numbers. There's an 811 in here, and there's a 1011 in here, and there's also 1111 in here with the ones inside here, and of course 911 you have to make an assumption about 9/11, but I can assure you 9/11 is referenced in the dollar bill with other numbers. Okay, if we take this now, I can show you why this is a 10/11 because it doesn't look like a 10/11 right now, but until you flip it up the other side. So if we go rotate 180, okay, now if you look at it now where my cursor is, you can tell that's a 10/11 now. Okay, if and I can really help people out, I could just draw around it. So I've done this so many times now. I don't, this is the outline of a 1 here. Okay, and there's the 0, and so that's the 10, and then the 11 is inside. Okay, again, 10/11, it's such an important date. Okay, we know this is a November date for other reasons. Okay, I'm not going into them right now, but this is a November, the 10th date. Okay, we have a date. Let me get rid of all this slot. Go on, bike. Okay, we have a date. Okay, so that was November the 10th. Okay, we have another set of numbers that does the same thing. I was mentioning this in the last video, and it is 10, 11. Okay, same numbers flipped, but this is October the 11th rather than the 10th of November. Okay, 9/11 jump is 30 days to this date. Okay, and then another 30 days jump. Okay, to this date. Okay, this encodes 33. Okay, at the center of this thing is, I think this is a very good potential date for the Hoover Dam to fall. Okay, or well, this date as well. Okay, so 33. So obviously Madonna would connect into this very nicely with again Madonna and Christ, because of the 33 with Christ. Okay, so Mary and Jesus and Jessie. And what else did I want to say about it? Obviously the day before this, preceding this, is 1010. Yeah, 1010's a 100 completion, and then again we've got another sort of 101 reference there, and it's also an 11 reference as well. 101 and an 11 reference. So anyway, that's pretty interesting. Okay, but you kind of have to have that kind of knowledge somewhat. Okay, it's all in previous videos, but I'm just trying to get people up to speed if they don't know what the hell I'm talking about here. We'll get this up as well. Okay, why have I got this rubbish in here? Okay, well anyway, this is the same thing. Okay, and then we have the undo. I'll put this up here. That's from the last video. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. So that was that number jump. So again, the day before that would potentially so the 10th of October is a potentially pretty good day for Madonna to croak, to be quite honest. But I've had lots and lots of dates when some better than others for Madonna to have a potential coronary, you know. But anyway, let's go back to this vid. So that's the reason why, that was, the reason why I was starting looking at this, and that was the number jump that sort of popped out very, very quickly. But let's go to the actual song itself, and I don't want to spend too long on this. I'm actually not going to spend any time on it at all. I'm going to save the decode for another day, but I want to just point out some stuff. I want to point out the eclipse symbolism. I want to point out the fact that this little girl has a rag doll in the bed, and the rag doll, in fact we'll look at it here and again in a second, is pretty interesting as well, and the color of what the girl's wearing. And I will go through all the different elements of this video. Like, I've spent several hours looking at it, so trust me, I've pretty much got everything I think I can out of it. We've got tower references, we've also got the teapot here turning into the genie's lamp. Okay, the gold false idol. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on in here. We've got the idea of going into the metaphysical. Here you can see the ragdoll that the girl has got. This is Jesus. Okay, with the blonde hair and the red on. Okay, this is Jesus, and this is who she has in bed with her. Okay, you'll notice that the girl is wearing blue for the Virgin Mary. Okay, this is an interesting spot in here. This flying jumbo dumbo is gonna go. Well, there's a couple of them actually. It's gonna. Well, we've missed the spot. It's gonna go flying right through this tower here, sort of thing. Okay. Again, Madonna shows up in this as a fairy. Notice the wings with the 1111. And she's winked at the point at which that jumbo, not a proper jet, but a flying elephant, a jumbo, has gone through the tower. Okay, that tower has several different bits of symbolism in it, with the three arches representing three towers, and then the dome at the top. Okay, so this is a super loaded video. At that, there's a point at which that picture changes to this picture, which is man being bound, and then in this picture we are actually going to have a reference to the Hoover Dam. Okay, this Golden Gate, and the Golden Gate is obviously linked to the Hoover Dam, the Golden Gate Bridge. But when we actually look at a picture of this, let's get back a little bit, we actually have, as this comes in, we actually have four towers. Okay, and the Golden Gate is the arch of the dam. Those dams are all arched shaped. Okay, so again, entering into a more of a fiction, there's some 1111 references in here as well, with the two inlet towers on each side of the Hoover Dam. Well, I say on each side, inside the actual water, those two pairs of 1111s inside the dam. We actually have a splash at some point again. Well, I had it there somewhere. Hang on. See if we can find it. Well, no, we can't. There it is. We have a big splash, and we're inside the dam fully. Here's the girl with the blue, with the Virgin Mary colours for the metaphysical. Again, there's several other references in here, following the White Rabbit, the Tiger 59, Four of Hearts. That references some nice dates. I'll put that in the next one. This is a big reference here, which is the one that I wanted to show you. Well, if we could get it. We've got an A, K, and a J behind the Joker. Okay. Again, the Joker. I mean, that just harkens back to the Joker. For some reason, I mean, obviously Batman, but and we've just had the thing with Robin Hood, Batman and Robin. But it kind of reminds me of Matthew Modine again, with Full Metal Jacket. Plays the Joker in Full Metal Jacket. There's a ton of references in Full Metal Jacket to the Hoover, at least I think, to the Hoover Dam. Okay, but behind him we've got and obviously the Vision Quest thing, which was big, with the direct reference to Hoover. But we've got the A, the K, and the J. You obviously can't see it very well, but the A, K, J. This is 1, 11, and 10. 1, 11, and 10. I mean, a 111, 9, 11. Okay, and then an 11, 10. Okay, I don't know. Is it which way around is that? Is it the 11th of October or the 10th of November? But that is right here in this video. So that's absolutely mental. And look who's right here. A different version of Madonna. Another fairy. Okay, this is the only other fairy that actually there might be another fairy in it. But that's a fairy that shows up right at that point, And there's several other little references. There's a baby scene here with some like a rebirth of a baby, some baby sounds, and of course with the Cupid shooting his arrow again, the start of the cycle again, and again mirror. We have 8 referenced twice here. We have an 88 reference twice within this video. Okay, and we have the dove from above following the White Rabbit as well again. So it's absolutely blimmin' loaded, and there's several spots where Jesus is either over here, away from Mother Mary, or he's with Mother Mary. Okay, I know this is a rag doll, but it's just. And there's several other bits, like with the trumpets going and the whole thing cycling over again, and back in darkness when Jesus is away from Mary, we're in darkness. Okay. One other thing I wanted to show you was Actually, there's a reference to Sunday there, and so it's just absolutely plumb loaded. I will do a full decode, but I'm warning you right now. I tried to do it before. It's over an hour long, so this will end up, that decode will end up being an hour long. Notice the clock time. It looks like a 4:10 to me on the clock. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Go check the video out for yourself. It's just, like I said, it's just absolutely loaded. But it takes a bit of looking at, and you'll see little symbols in there as well. There's several little references to Jesus and so forth and so on. So I'm gonna leave it there for this decode. I guess tomorrow and maybe the following day we might be looking at something to do with the Hoover Dam again collapsing, or we might be looking at Madonna croaking it. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna say ciao for now. All right, we'll catch you on another one soon. All right, bye.